I think Oraynu is a home for cultural Jews. Oraynu Congregation for Humanistic Judaism is part of the movement of secular Humanistic Judaism. Now, what does this mean? If there is one lesson that we can learn from Jewish history, from the Holocaust, from the wonderful achievement of the establishment of the State of Israel, it is that we are responsible for ourselves. As humanistic Jews, we believe that the source of strength to solve problems is in ourselves, that only human beings, independent of supernatural authority, can solve the problems of the world and the problems of our own lives.
So my wife isn't Jewish, and there weren't a lot of places that she would have felt comfortable or I would have felt comfortable. And so we found Oraynu and discovered quickly it's a place where the values really mesh with what we believe in.
So as a single parent, it makes it even more difficult, I think, sometimes to find a congregation that accepts you for who you are and what you believe in. And I think Humanistic Judaism is all about that. That's really what it's all about.
At Oraynu, our congregation participates in meaningful humanistic Jewish culture. We celebrate the holidays and engage in progressive education and community life that connects you to the Jewish past and links you to the Jewish future.
I recently was involved in a Holocaust remembrance program where one of our members wrote a book on her experiences of the Holocaust, and we were invited to reflect and speak, and it was an incredible experience talking about the Holocaust and having other people who truly felt and were a part of that.
Well, we learn a lot about the Jewish history and about the Holocaust.
Experience the high holidays, Sukkot, Hanukkah, Purim, Passover, Shabbat, and more, with Hebrew songs, poetry, and philosophic reflection.
I think at the holiday services, it's different from what we've traditionally had because there are different readings, there are different themes. It's very participatory, so people within the congregation can take part in planning the things that are happening.
People often ask us, how does being a secular humanist affect how we practice Judaism? They say a blessing over the challah, and the blessing is Baruch Amal Kapeinu, which means blessed is the work of our hands. And then we say Uvruchim Hamotziim Lechem Min Haaretz. Blessed are those people who bring forth the bread from the earth.
Oraynu provides life cycle ceremonies for birth, bar and bat mitzvah, and marriage. Oraynu offers funeral services as well.
It's an incredible thing to go through, and until you do, you can't really experience it, or you can't really describe it. But it is not the traditional bat mitzvah. It's not, go up there and say some words in Hebrew that you may or may not understand what you're saying. The kids that do this put a year of their lives into it, and they do it together. And there's this sense of togetherness and community that suffuses everything that that process is about and that Oraynu is about. And I know that's something that Sophie, our daughter, will remember always, and the whole family will.
At Oraynu Children's School, our children experience Jewish culture and learn about their history, ethics, and values.
I think here the kids, and we certainly can't speak for the kids, but what it seems like is that authenticity is something they can, from when they come here at 10 o'clock to when they leave at 12:30, they're who they are, and it's consistent with what Oraynu is and with the values they're trying to teach.
They are highly supportive of the student here, and they don't want the kids to stress, but they want them to learn. So it's been a unique form of teaching that Rosie grasped, and her joy of learning anyways came here and opened her up to, as well as the social experience, which is part of the learning here.
My daughter Maddie goes to a school where she's probably one of a handful of kids that are Jewish. So she really likes being able to teach her class and tell her friends what being Jewish is all about for her.
I think that the other thing that I found amazing is that my kids have remained a part of this community and enjoy it on their own. So I think that's a really good legacy, because perhaps they'll marry and have children either within or outside of Jewish partners.
And these values extend to acts of kindness, providing food, clothing, and other essentials for people in need, not just for the Jewish people, but every member of society.
So, you know, the words that you speak at ceremonies and the kind of actions that we do and the tzedakah projects and the emphasis around tikkun olam and doing service not just for Jews but for everybody.
I'm involved in the tzedakah projects here, that out in the cold, just wonderful projects that the kids are involved in that is sort of outside. And then we have the teen program.
Oraynu is a welcoming, diverse, and inclusive community that values its interfaith, intercultural, and LGBT individuals and families. We reach out with respect to every member of the community and society.
One of the new traditions in Passover is to add an orange on the Seder plate, and the orange represents inclusiveness. And we actually say in our Seder that in Oraynu, everybody is welcome, and everybody's welcome to participate in their own way.
Extend your adult education opportunities through our lectures and discussion on Jewish history, culture, and philosophy.
The other adult programs at Oraynu are phenomenal because you can almost cherry pick what's best for you. There's so many things here. It took me a while to develop an adult relationship. I was highly involved with the school for a long time, but once I did, I chose the high holidays. I chose Passover, and it was an incredible experience.
As well, the cultural and social events take place throughout the year for all ages, young and old.
So what has really been amazing is that after the education part of it for my children, they've remained a part of this community, and they've gone on these conclaves. My daughter sat on the international board. They figure she's going to be the next rabbi of Oraynu.
It's always like a big community, everyone's friendly with each other. There's always group seders and stuff. There's a lot of field trips we go on together. So
Oraynu means it's an emotional and religious safety place. It's a place where I can come and be safe to feel and believe and feel accepted of my value systems, of my Judaism. I can come here and be who I am. That's what Oraynu means to me.